Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON TV Channel 9 and on radio at V99.3, Sports Radio 103.5 and Y92.5. Support your favorite local teams and enjoy the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, the law offices of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Aero Auto Glass. Now let's go live to your host, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show here live at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins, and Samantha, I'm glad you missed me last week. There's one thing she said, folks. As soon as I got here, I was like, "Did you miss me?" She said, "Yeah," and that's the sound of teamwork there. I missed you all your 19 Mondays that you missed per year too.
Did you bring anything back from Vegas?
I think the fact that I'm back was like
on my cruise, you were like, "Where'd you bring me back?"
But you didn't bring me anything back.
I know, so I'm asking you.
I'm here. That's all you got. That's all you need.
Gabe Fletcher and I last week as my co-host.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with Gabe too. He said it was his favorite show that he's been on.
Oh, you caught that?
Yeah, I caught it.
So you were watching.
All right. It's okay, though. It's okay. Gabe's been great for us. Appreciate him helping out while we've been out of town and stuff and having some fun. But now, listen, let's get down to business. We've got the Director of Athletics for Eastern Kentucky University, Kyle Moats, here with us on this Monday, and a lot to talk about. I think it was a few weeks ago, Kyle, when it was announced that you all were going to be entering into a new conference, kind of a partnership with the UAC, which you've already been dealing with for football, and the Atlantic Sun. So first, let's kind of talk about those conversations. When did this maybe idea get brought up? And, what do you think it'll mean for the university and the sports department in general?
Yeah, I think those conversations have been happening for probably 6 months or so. When the WAC started to kind of dissolve a little bit, I think that was the time when the president, again, this was a president decision, decided that we probably better take a look at those remaining schools from the WAC to help out the football side of things. But the Utah schools were kind of looking, and at the end of the day, they went to the Big Sky, and then they had another school that's going to go a different direction. So you had 3 schools that were leaving from Utah, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion, just from a geographic standpoint.
For sure. Travel makes it a little bit easier now.
That's right.
The furthest you go now is Texas?
That's correct. Yep,
Okay.
that's correct. So So after starting at 26, the UAC will be different. But so that was part of it. We looked at Texas as opposed to going to Utah, and it made sense a little bit more. Keep Tarleton, keep Abilene. And then the addition on the basketball side was UT Arlington.
Okay.
And they will be part of the UAC along with the football schools. And then the A-Sun will be separate from UAC. So, again, why did we do it? One, it was to solidify football. We wanted to make sure we had a place for football, that we didn't get in trouble. We get down to 4 or 5 schools, and you got to go find another place to go to or be an affiliate member. We didn't want that. And we're still not where we need to be. Yeah. We're still, in my opinion, just me, we're 2 schools short. We need 2 more football schools, whether it's in the all sport with football or it's an affiliate with just football. But we need 2 more football schools because we don't have enough from a conference perspective. And right now we're working really hard to get our schedule figured out for 26, 27, 28 because it's not quite figured out at this particular time.
You talked about the schools. Here are there's 8, correct? And that's Abilene Christian, Austin P, Central Arkansas, EKU, the University of North Alabama, and you mentioned Tarleton State, the University of Texas at Arlington, and then the University of West Georgia. So those are the 8 that you currently have now in the UAC, correct?
That's correct. But, again, football, Arlington doesn't have football.
Okay,
so you're down to
7.
7, and you count yourself, you only have 6 teams within your conference. So I think you need 2 more from a football perspective because it's just too hard. You can't try to find 6 games in football. So you can have 4 non-con now, but we need 2 more for our conference. So, and the next year we'll have to find somebody, and that'll be interesting, how that goes. It could be anywhere from, I can't imagine we're going to go further west after we just said no thank you to Utah. So it's going to have to be Texas to Florida, somewhere in between, trying to find those other 2 schools to help with the football piece of things.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How do you find 2 extra schools? I mean, there's got to be some out there wanting to move up to a better conference. So,
yeah, there's probably a couple different ways you can do it. One is someone could be in a conference that they want to move to us to be different. Somebody could be maybe at a Division II, similar to what North Alabama and West Georgia has done the last. Those are our 2 newest ones. That could be it. You can have someone that's just completely disgruntled with where they're at for whatever reason, and you might be able to pluck them from somewhere else. It's so wild right now. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if people are disgruntled. You don't know geographically if they just say, hey, I don't want to be in the conference I'm at. This makes more sense. I'm not sure if that would be the one since we're from Texas to Florida. But nonetheless, there's just different reasons. And it may not be as easy as people think to get 2 more schools. But, I'll give you one example that we didn't have an interest in. It was Sacramento State had just been talking about going FBS. And they got denied that. So they got out of, I'm not sure if they were in the big, I think they were in the Big Sky.
Big Sky, okay.
And they got out of that thinking they were going to go to FBS. So now they've become independent. Well, they wanted to be in the UAC.
That's in California, right?
It is in California, yeah. Sacramento, as you understand, Sacramento and California. And we said, it doesn't make any sense. We just got done not wanting to go to Utah. Why on earth would we go further, even though it would help all of us because we need that extra school for football? And the second part of that is they're really, really good. Yeah. I mean, really, really good. So, I'm not a big fan of bringing in affiliate members that are really, really good. That's not, and again, and Coach was not in favor of that either. Yeah. So we were on the same page there. But they need games, because they don't have anywhere to go.
When you think about how expensive it would be for them to come all the way over for
and
most
vice versa,
of their games.
Too. Yeah.
For most of
Especially if
their
they're independent, because they wouldn't have a conference share, right?
That's
at
correct.
the times. Now, if they came into the conference, obviously you would get that. But, I think that's very – so is there – when you're talking about conference realignment and you're looking for schools, is there one that you're – like obviously like when you get on a dating website and you're – this is my interest. This is what I'm looking for. Is that kind of what it is? Is you have like a resume that you're looking for to bring in?
Yeah, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but the athletic directors really don't have any say in this.
Oh wow.
We have no say in this.
Okay, that's surprising because I thought you guys would.
So it's just the commissioner then?
No, it's the presidents.
Oh, okay.
The commissioner does all the legwork to look at different schools as to who they might have an interest in going after or asking. But you have to be careful because most of those other schools are in conferences. So you got to be a little bit careful there. But the presidents make that determination of who they think is like them, right? And that could be from endowments. That could be from public to private. That could be, geographics. That could be what their budgets are. That could be if, academically where they stand. I mean, there's a lot of different things that athletics maybe fifth or sixth on the list.
Wow.
So, anyway, I'm not sure where the presidents are, but I know that there's a futures committee, if you will, that is looking at that because we have to have it for football. We don't need it for basketball. And the alliance, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that, but the alliance itself for basketball should help us in non-conference, right? So with the ASUN.
So you'll still play ASUN teams in the.
We certainly will have that option with the alliance. We should. Again, now we should play Bellarmine, right? We should play Bellarmine.
Yeah.
That makes sense to play Bellarmine. Will AW want to play Lipscomb every time? I'm not sure I want to play Lipscomb every time. But my point is that alliance will be there. There should be good enough teams, and that if we need games because it's so hard to find non-conference games, we should be able to pick up some there. That makes sense.
So when you look at the schedule for football, now again, we're set for this year, but this is looking ahead 26, 27. When you're doing that, do you? I guess you would have 6 games right now in conference. Would you play everybody, and then you'd have 4 games you're trying to find to fill the rest of the schedule out for 26, 27?
Well, right now, as of today, we're trying to find 6.
Okay, 6 games
because you can play 12, right? So 6 conference,
that's right.
you play 12. So what you don't want to do, in my opinion, and all the other ADs have said this, at least long term, you don't want to do this. Short term, 1 year, you might have to do it, and again, don't want to do it. You may have to play everybody twice that first year just to get the games in, right? You may have to do that. And that wouldn't equal perfectly, but you'd at least get the conference. You'd have a conference schedule. Nobody wants to play.
Yeah, football, it just sounds weird.
I'm with you 100%. But if you don't have games, it's better to play games than don't play any games at all or play games that don't count, meaning Division II games. We're all looking to get in the NCAA or the FCS championship. If you're playing Division II games, they don't count, even though they're different. I would rather play Austin Peay twice and say, hey, the first game is a conference game, the second game is just a regular non-conference game. I'm not saying that that's what I want to do, but if we had to do it, we could do it.
That's at least an option to explore. Doesn't sound the best, but there's something there. So, but it sounds like that they've got a plan in place. Obviously, plan in moving with the conference. You talked about that. A plan in, well, if this doesn't work out, we have a plan in place. So at least they have something that they're looking into to explore if things don't go the way that they are kind of wanting them to.
Well, let's talk about this. There's a lot of new things that have been happening, especially since we last got together to talk on the show. This new point system, talk about buying football tickets. It's time to buy your season tickets, so do that, EKUsports.com. We'll get that plug in there real quick. It's time to buy those football tickets. So talk to us about this new
priority point system. Yeah.
Points, yes.
Yeah, so this is something we've been talking about for a year. Been working on it with folks on our staff. We had some focus groups that we engaged and got some really good feedback. And really what we're trying to do with the point system is put a list of and make it more accountable. And then I use this as a joke, and I don't mean to get Sean in trouble, but Sean Hamilton, by the way, I can say Sean. Everybody knows.
Stays in trouble.
But what we don't want to do is just to have maybe a Sean Hamilton or someone like Sean just kind of make decisions just because he knows folks, which is a good thing, right? That's not a bad thing. But
and I think everybody knows Sean.
So. Yeah. So this gives us accountability in terms of if we have postseason, who would get to go to those postseason games based upon buying tickets. It would be a rank order. So again, we have about 5 or 6 different categories as to how you can accumulate points. So 1 certainly is donation. 2 is if you graduated from the university. 3 is if you're a sponsor. 4 if you got involved in NIL. 5 is if you were in the band or cheerleaders, we're going to give you a point. So we looked at all different ways that you touch, how often you've been a season ticket holder, of course, right? That's another category. So all these different categories allow you to accumulate points. You add all those points up over a certain amount of time, and you have your number, right? And then we rank those, and that's where you would get to pick. So again, I use postseason, for example. I'll use one that's a little bit more applicable maybe right now. So people want to go into the new club.
Yeah.
Right? We've got 300 people that can get into the club. Right? Well, we've certainly got more season ticket holders than 300.
Yeah.
So the club access will be done by the point system. That's something that would be done every year. Another thing, if we determined that we were going to reseat every year, which we're not going to. We are not going to.
Yeah.
We are not going to.
Don't come over here, folks.
Yeah,
don't come over here and chastise you.
Yeah, we'll be getting Facebook comments.
Right, but when we decide to reseat, that will be done by priority points. And this is not something that's unique to EKU. This is done pretty much all over the country. So we're just getting kind of up to speed on it. But we will unveil this probably in the next, I think we have our first courtsiders have a meeting next week, and then we have a town hall, I think the 22nd. So we'll kind of unveil it here at the end of the month. But still some work to be done. We want to get more feedback on the town hall. But that's kind of the premise of that, Sam. And I think it'll be a good thing. There'll be some questions. There's going to be people that have issues that are a little bit different than everybody else, and there'll be a committee that puts together how to make that decision. But it'll be a good thing. It'll be transparent. People will know. I mean, I won't know necessarily you personally where you stand, but I'll know I'm 50th out of 150, and you may say you're 65 out of 150. So you're going to know kind of where you are by talk, but we're not going to publicize where you are and where I am. But
right.
But you'll know where you are ranking wise.
I think it's great to have the town hall forum, like you mentioned, or question and answers. Because something new like this, people obviously have questions, and this might keep some of the
and it's interesting too because you've got
social media comments down
but you've got all these options to look at for folks that are, thinking about maybe they've been thinking about, do I want to buy season tickets or do I want?
Right.
So now you've got more of an incentive to do so because you might get first priority on some of these other things.
Or even better, an incentive to NIL.
Yes.
Like with your business. You've been teeter-tottering. Should I do an NIL deal? Should I have this football player come to my son's birthday party or something like that? This is a reason to do that.
Yeah, you get credit for it. You get credit. And not only do you get them to come to your son's or daughter's birthday, but there is credit for it, which just like anything else that you give to the university, which I think early on we thought that was kind of should be separated. But we don't think it should be separated. It all goes to help the university. And
right. It's all going, maybe different pots, but it's still going to help EKU.
It's one big pot,
Right.
Correct.
Let's step aside for our first commercial break. We got more with Mr. Kyle Moats, the Director of Athletics and the Vice President at EKU. We'll talk more with him, and we'll look at other sports as well and how maybe this new conference realignment could impact that when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
We're back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show here live on a Monday in Richmond at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Samantha Burford and I talking with the Director of Athletics, Kyle Moats, and the Vice President over at EKU. And Mr. Moats, I mean, we're talking about conference realignment and some different things there before the commercial break. And during the break, we discussed, so there will be a couple of sports that will be affected in different ways with this as well. You mentioned beach volleyball and tennis kind of changing, and they won't be in the UAC. They'll be kind of doing their own thing, correct?
Yeah, those are the two sports that are a little bit different just because the UAC doesn't have those sports, or enough of them. So we can still use the ASUN conference banner, if you will. So the other thing that I think is important just to try to explain to folks is that the commissioner of the ASUN, Jeff Bacon, and his staff will oversee both the ASUN and the UAC.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when we go to make, and I'll try to make this as easy as I can with basketball. I'll use a basketball because it doesn't apply to football. We went to a neutral site in basketball this year. If you remember, we were going to go to Jacksonville for our neutral site in basketballs. Yeah. That's for the ASUN. In 26, we will have to make a determination what the UAC is going to do, even though it's in Jacksonville because the head offices or the commissioner's office is in Jacksonville. But we may decide that other bunch, the UAC, our conference, to play in Frisco, for example, just because I'm just use Frisco. Yeah. It could be in Nashville.
Right. Could it be in Richmond?
It could be in Richmond. They'd have to vote on that. Yeah. But my point is that it may go back to conference sites by the way we did it. The decisions made by the UAC and the ASUN are independent of one another is kind of what I'm trying to get to, even though we have a commissioner that will oversee both.
Well, to that point, why could we not combine the two? I mean, is that – because, I mean, there would be some that don't have football.
Like a super conference.
Exactly. So there would be 14 teams essentially if we became one, correct?
So here's the second, and it may be the most I don't want to say it's the most important because solidifying football is certainly very, very important, right?
Yes.
That's really important.
Priority one.
Right. The second piece of this that is so important why we made the move is because the UAC took the WAC's automatic qualifying bid for the NCAA tournament.
There
so
you go.
all of our sports.
So you get two.
We get two bids, right? So we're not just going against it. We wouldn't want to go 14 and just get the ASUN bid when we can go 7 or 8. And that's that bid we're going to get for all of our sports amongst those 7 or 8 schools, at least right now. We got their automatic bid.
Well, that makes
a
big difference then.
That's a big chance for us to get in the NCAA tournament now in baseball, softball, basketball, going against that. So that's the second part, which is a really big one.
Well, you essentially have, a 15%-ish chance already just because of how many of the schools that there are. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It really increases our chances to get to the NCAA tournament, not just in basketball, but name the sport, with the exception of two we just mentioned.
How great is that for recruiting?
Yeah.
For morale, for ticket sales, to get EKU out there in front of everybody?
Yeah, and I think there's been not a lot of feedback, but some feedback as to why do we make the move, right? And that's fair. I really believe that's fair.
People hate change. They do. But
well, I think people want change if they think it's progress and move forward. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I think part of this is maybe they don't understand that part of it. And I don't know if this is the final destination. I don't know that. I mean, I go back to what I said when I first got here. We need to do really good where we're at. But I do believe that if we get to the NCAA tournament in whatever, basketball, baseball, more often than we're getting now, I don't think people are going to care if we're in the ABC, UAC, or Mickey Mouse conference. I really don't.
Well, I don't think they would want to go backwards.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't think that.
Right.
But if it's a lateral move and it makes more sense, then there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, a little facetious when I said that, but my point is they'll forget about that a little bit if we're going to the tournament, right?
Well,
that's the biggest thing.
And, when we left the OVC, the argument was, well, now think of all the rivalries we're missing out on with whether it be, Murray State or Morehead State. But the OVC, look at it now. I mean, it is pretty much dissolved for the most part. Yeah. So you can see we were ahead of the curve there. Now we've got Austin Peay back with us, which is, and we're creating new rivalry. I mean, Central Arkansas has become a rival now. And I think you're going to see it's a shift. College athletics, it changes literally, maybe to the day it changes.
We'll meet next year, and it'll be changed.
Yeah, because,
again.
I mean, it's just there's so much money involved. There's so many moving parts that if you're sitting still, you're going to get left in the shuffle, and you're going to get left out from all the things that are going to be going on.
And I said it before, and I haven't. My mind has not changed at all. With what's going to happen at the top, the middle is going to expand. I just don't know how far that middle is going to be, but it's going to expand because you're going to have your top, 60 or 70, whatever that may be, kind of do their thing in football, and then you're going to have to see what else kind of transpires in the middle, and we'll see. And that's still not done. And until they make a move, then we'll be ready to go.
Well, let's talk football because I hate that we're running out of time.
I know we got the players coming on, too,
exactly.
Speaking of football.
We have enjoyed and enjoy every summer getting to meet these football players. Coach Wells, all the coaches, they do such a nice job when they come in here representing the team, representing EKU, representing our community.
Yeah.
And we hope at some point that the fans get to know them the way we're getting to know them. It helps sales. So let's talk about what we can expect for football this season, because I think that is the next. I mean, obviously there's other fall sports, but let's talk some football.
Yeah, I think we had a great off season, and I know Coach Wells will probably talked about that, or will continue to talk about that. But the media days are this week for the UAC down in Nashville. I think I don't even know if that's been publicized yet or not. It is not, so I can't say that. Okay. But I think we're going to be picked pretty good, right? Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And, again, preseason polls are preseason polls.
Exactly.
I'd rather have those polls at the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it still gives your teams optimism and your fans hope that we're going to be pretty good. And I think we're going to be pretty good. We got a lot of good guys coming back. I think our offensive line is strong. Quarterback, we'll see how that kind of shakes out, but I think we'll be all right
that's
there.
always fun.
Yeah.
See which one's going to get the
spot. I think I hope our fans, we've got a really good home schedule, I think, in terms of people, early on we're going to get some non-conference games. We get West Georgia to start off at home, which hopefully get off to a good start, which I think will be important because the latter part of our schedule gets tougher, right?
Yes.
And we want to be in the hunt, and you're going to have to win games late. Our schedule this year, you're going to have to win games late if you're going to get into the FCS championship, which we did last year.
We won that was the big key.
Late.
Was six in a row down the stretch, and then undefeated at home. So, I think you look at what Coach Wells does and the leadership that he had. It was like they flipped the switch. They were maybe trying some things early on this season, and they found something that worked. And a lot of that is handed off to your running back, who was just an absolute stud. But in doing so, they found the key and the recipe to success and rolled that into a NCAA bid in which
2 out of 3 years.
I mean, I hate harping on that one game, but it's heartbreaking the way that we lost in that one game. But that, I think, gives us a boost going into this year.
Yeah, I think, again, this is Coach Wells, not me, but we need to run the ball well. That's who we are, right? I don't think we're going to throw it 55 times a game.
Old school football.
We're going to have to run the ball, and we're going to have to play really good defense. And I think that's kind of how we're built. Yeah. And if we do that, and we don't have a lot of injuries, which I know everybody has that, but if we can kind of do those mainstays, and again, coach speak, I know, but we don't turn the ball over, and we just, like you said, fundamental, we'll be fine. We're good enough to be, if we just don't beat ourselves, I think we'll be fine. There's some really talented running backs in this league. There's some talented people, but I like where we are. I think we'll be just fine if we do what we're supposed to do. Not anything crazy. We don't have to be over our head. We just need to be solid in who we are, and we'll be fine, I think.
Well, and to get to know some of these football players, I have really enjoyed getting the stories on EKUsports.com.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. For all things EKU Sports, I know you just joined Wes on Kicking It with the Colonels recently as well, talking about some of this stuff, but other things about EKU Sports as well. That's really where you got to go, folks, to be dialed in for all things EKU Sports. It's EKUsports.com. And some unveiling of some new things coming up around the corner as well as we get closer to the kickoff of football
Baptist
season.
Health Arena. We didn't get to talk about that.
There's so many big things. We'll talk basketball eventually with you, but I mean, I know right now there was some big things that we wanted to talk with you, and we really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. And it's been a busy summer for you all. Exactly. Yeah, get over there right now, EKUsports.com. Even if you just, I know, in the past they've had like 3-ticket combo or 3-game combos. If you want to maybe just try out a game and see how it goes, get you a ticket to the Louisville game. I mean, they've got discounts and things like that for the more games you get. But
more maroon than red.
Yeah. Let's fill that thing up, and let's get ready for the kickoff. It's the last Saturday of August, right?
Yes, like August 30th.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
You going to Louisville? You want to take me with you?
Well,
I know you got a lot going on that day, but it's going to.
Here's the thing. I think we're going to go to both because my youngest daughter just
Cheers
made
for
the
Kentucky, right?
Yep, well, dance.
Dance.
She's on the UK. She cheered at Western. Now she's going to UK. So I think we're going to try to do both games.
Yeah. Well, listen,
if I can make it.
I dance for everybody, so it doesn't matter, right?
You do.
I dance for everybody. But Mr. Boach, we appreciate you coming over. I know, again, it's a busy time for you and still a lot of work to do before football season does get started. So we'll let you get back to it, and we'll talk to you very soon. And thanks for coming over and hanging out with us
Thank
tonight.
you all very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Step aside for the commercial break. When we come back, we got more EKU sports talk to get to, folks. We got 3 football players coming on, the wide receivers, the guys who will be catching the football from who? That's more down the line. But we'll talk to these guys.
We may not know until
maybe the week before. Before Louisville. Yeah, exactly. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service in a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins, more EKU sports to talk about and some EKU football. Continuing our conversation with the players, Samantha, again, I think this is maybe the 4th year we've done this, 3rd or 4th year where we've brought the players over each Monday, and
it's always so much fun.
It is fun. It is fun. See, kind of getting their personalities. I don't know if anybody can match Gabe Fletcher's personality, but
so true.
We'll give you guys the opportunity to do so.
And last week they taught me how to backpedal. So now today,
these guys aren't backpedaling; they're going the other way.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
today they're going to teach me how to run forward And look
point
over the shoulder.
Can you high point the ball? And that's a word, right? That's a phrase. See, you got a high point.
I didn't play football, so
okay.
yeah.
You'd have been good. I see you out there being
forward
offensive.
and looking backwards to catch a ball.
We've got the
impossible.
picture with you and Josiah Isram from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You would have been a great lineman. I can see it.
Yeah, I think he'd squash me.
Yeah.
I mean, all you got to do is take his hand like
Just
that.
push you down.
Any of them.
Well, we've got Kim Hergott. Am I saying that right? All right, we've got Jackson House and Marcus Calwise Jr. here with us as well. And the three of the wide receivers. And, guys, I feel like the wide receiver room has been kind of a shift. And a lot last year, injuries and things like that really kind of affected the wide receiver room. But now as we go into, and we'll start it over here with Marcus. But
he's passing off the mic.
When you look at now this year, and I know there's other guys, too, that are battling for these wide receiver spots. Just talk about the wide receiver room as a whole and what you guys have seen from it in the offseason as you go toward the new year.
I think it's a real great competition with everybody. Slot receivers pushing slot receivers, outside receivers pushing outside receivers. I mean, it's not no hate towards anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody want to play football.
And make each other better, right?
Right, so everybody just competing with each other every day. I mean, that's the best that we can ask for. So
okay.
I feel like in the off season, I mean, that's all it's been. It's been competing, getting to know each other more better because these two were quarterbacks before, so we weren't in the same room as them. So, I mean, bringing them in, have like 2 extra brothers. I mean, it's football.
When you look at the room as a whole, you know, who are some of the other guys that aren't here today with you all that folks are going to be hearing their names on Saturday when they come watch an EKU game?
Then again, it's still a competition, so you never know. But we got some nice guys, like the whole receiver core. It's a whole bunch of some dogs on it.
So there's a lot of competition in this offseason as you guys prepare for the start of the year.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How about that? I mean,
that's what we like to hear,
that's
though,
what we
right?
want to hear. And even saying that about the quarterbacks, how we were saying earlier,
well,
you know, the competition to get that starting spot. So
I think it goes to show an emphasis on the offensive side of the football because we know how deep that running back room is. We saw that last year as well. And when you have these injuries, I mean, because it can happen. You can go out there today and tweak an ankle or whatever. So having the depth in that room is so important.
All right, Cam, let's pass the mic over to you. Being one of the older guys in the room, talk about the experience level that you bring and how you're mentoring some of these new guys that Michael was talking about.
Yeah, I think one thing coming like from quarterback too, you know, just knowing all the plays and stuff, being able to help guys with routes in that aspect. But, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of young guys, you know, Calwise, freshman All-American last year, stud. We're really deep. We're a super tight-knit group as receivers, which makes it a lot more fun too, you know, but we're competing. But, yeah, being an older guy, I definitely try to lead as much as I can and just, you know, obviously it's tough kind of, though, because I have never played receiver, and I'm trying to learn that and still lead at the same time. But, yeah, I'm just, you know, trying to make people work hard too and push other guys, you know, because I'm new to the room. So I'm trying to push them, make them better, and find my own way in a sense. So.
Well, for you and Jackson both, you guys can answer this. What was that transition like, going from quarterback to wide receiver? Obviously, you're used to throwing it to them. Now you're receiving it. So what's been the biggest difference in that transition, and how hard of a transition was it?
It was tough at first, for sure, but it's fun. Like, I've enjoyed it so much, running around, just being an athlete on the edge. You know, that's what I've always, you know, felt like I've been able to do it. You know, I just played quarterback, but since I moved there, I've learned so much about it. I didn't realize how hard running routes were. You know, these guys make it look easy, but that's probably the biggest thing I've been working on, just that. But, yeah, coming from quarterback, that's the thing that, you know, knowing all the plays, learning that.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, it's easy. I just go out there and I know what I'm doing every time. It's just the aspect of running the routes correctly and stuff like that. So.
Jackson, same question for you. You know, talk about that transition from being a quarterback and the signal caller to now, you know, having a particular place you're supposed to be for the guy throwing the football to you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, it was almost like falling in love with the game all over again. It was seeing it from a different light that you hadn't really thought of before. And the biggest thing, like he said, was just getting that conditioning in and getting in that shape where you're going to go run a post ball. You're going to have to run right back to the line. In that 25 seconds with that play clock, you got to run another route full speed, make a release on a DB, and just basically get open and do your job.
Now, all three of you guys have had family members playing football. So, from what I'm reading in your bios, you guys have all played football since you were little. Who wants that question? Because I want to know, what's it been like over the years? Obviously, you've played multiple positions, but talk about the difference. Yeah.
What was the question like?
Well, basically, you've played your whole life because you've had brothers
I've got
playing, family members playing. Talk about how they've helped you experience football.
Like probably the biggest reason, obviously, where I'm at, because both my brothers played college football. My dad played, my uncle. So growing up, that's all we did. In the backyard, playing tackle football, knee football in the living room, stuff like that.
Yeah,
to just
in the living room.
Yeah.
That's what's
well, you won a state championship in high school, right?
Yeah.
So obviously that helped you succeed at the high school level and then turned it into a college career.
I mean, my brothers played at Highlands during they were on a 7-peat. So, I grew up going to all those games, seeing them. Yeah, seeing them win all those games and just seeing like how good they were. Just like as a little kid, it's like I looked up to them, so it motivated me, and they've always had my back and stuff. But coming from a family like that, it just kind of makes it easier,
Do they ever text you watching a game, text you like at halftime and be like, "Dude, your stance is wrong, or you're doing this"?
Nah, they actually don't do that.
They don't.
Not yet. It'll come.
But they'll get on me
after the game.
Yeah.
Oh, after the game. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I grew up around football my whole life. Like, really, from the first thing I can remember, my dream's been to play college football, and getting to realize that has been awesome. My dad's a football coach, so I grew up around the game, and just kind of growing up around him, seeing what it takes to really get to this level. A lot of people don't realize that, and just the work ethic that goes into it, I got that from my family, and it's been a blessing to be here.
Well, Marcus, answer that question for us, too, and how your family kind of impacted your lifestyle as far as playing football and maybe the impact on the field for you as well.
So, see, my journey was a little different. I mean, I was playing football since I was 3. I was playing, like, the older kids, 6 years. Like, when I was 4, they were 6-year-old. So, I mean, it was just like it was building toughness. At that moment, I was 4 years old. I didn't really know what I was doing. So, I mean, just playing football, just running out there, I think that's really – I didn't really have a love for the game as a young kid. I was just having fun.
Yeah,
and
just running around, right?
Right. So I just feel like I said, I grew around. Everybody in my family played football. My uncle, Desmond Merrill, he played football. My dad played football. My dad, he was my coach my whole life. So just having him being a coach to me on and off the field, it was a good thing. I mean, he pushed me. He made sure I was up doing everything, extra work all the time. So I think that just built my character until now. So, like, growing up, I really fell in love with the game, like, 6th grade, where I really knew it was like a business at that point. Like, I was having fun, but it's like the game is really – it's a business. Like, you gotta play, you gotta compete, you gotta do this, and if you don't, you're not gonna play. So I think that's where 7th grade probably really, like, shocked me, and that's where I started really getting a groove for the game at.
Kind of instilled a work ethic in you, sounds like there. Yeah.
Well, coaches are going to be prepared for you this year.
Yeah.
Last year, you might have been a little surprised to them, but talk about what your challenges this year and how you're going to handle that.
I really don't feel like it's going to be any challenges, to be honest. I feel like I said, we got some great competition in the room, and if they want to double me, we got other receivers that's gonna get open and they're gonna do things. So they're gonna keep watching film, and it's gonna be different things each week. And I just feel like everybody's gonna get the opportunity to play. Everybody's gonna get the opportunity to do what they got to do. So I don't think it's really gonna be a challenge this year.
Feed off each other. I like that. We got a lot more to talk to these guys about. Let's take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with some EKU football wide receivers. Lots more to get to, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're live on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Samantha and Michael here with you on another Monday. And Samantha, we're talking to the wide receivers here with EKU football.
You guys are a chill group. I don't know if you watch every week because some of these guys are like talking smack to each other.
These guys
are very respectful to each other.
Yeah. Well, and I want to, looking to that aspect, we had the corners, the secondary guys on last week. And I know there's a lot of trash talk from those guys, especially with you guys. Now, I know you haven't really put the pads on and done things like that yet, but
not yet.
Talk about that and the relationship with that room. And is there trash talking on the field? Because I know you could kind of back yours up, Marcus. I know these guys are kind of still haven't got their feet wet yet there on the practice field, but as far as you go, I mean, you've had a chance to kind of back it up with them.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the same way we right here, the same way we be on the field.
Like, okay. We just let your game do the talking, right?
That's all we do. You know, defense, they talk that talk.
Yeah.
But we just compete every day. I mean, ball out, and then when we make a play, we don't say nothing. We still don't say nothing. We cheer with our sideline. That's the only thing we do. It's not really too much of us like offensively talking smack. We just go out there, compete, do what we got to do. So, yeah.
I got a funny question because, like, you were talking about running the routes. Have you ever gotten out there and, like, ran the wrong route?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Me being a freshman
and then the coach is like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Me last year, especially being a freshman, it's just like it was a shock, like, just going out there playing. The game was way faster, so it's like you got to think on the run. So it's like you go out there, you're like, do I got this route or do I got this route?
Am I going left? Am I going right?
Yeah. Right. So it's just like I just got to run one. I can't, like, I'm going to be right, I'm going to be wrong. I just can't go out there and look like I don't know what I'm doing. So Coach Cox, he always tell us, he said, if you're going to do it wrong, do it full speed. So we do it full speed. So, like, on TV, it'll look like it's just a cluster. Like, so, yeah.
Well, let's pass the back to Jackson and Cam. We'll ask you guys the same question. To that aspect, whenever in your head, okay, I'm running this route. How do you get to, because Marcus has been doing it for a long time, but how do you go from not being more of maybe a robotic type, okay, I know I'm doing this and then I'm cutting in or whatever the case might be. How do you get to that smoothness of running the route, and how long did it take you guys to get there?
Oh, yeah. For me, I mean, like, I knew the playbook pretty well coming from quarterback because as a quarterback, you have to know what routes you're running. And speaking on that robotic part, I feel like just working with Coach Cox, a big thing for me was second-level releases because DBs are trying to get their hands on you to reroute you and all that, and just learning different ways to make them miss or bat down their hands. That really helps me, especially like this summer. I feel like I've gotten a lot better where I'm more fluid in my route running instead of being robotic like you're saying, which I definitely ran into that sometimes last year.
I think it's kind of a natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say, I mean, pretty much the same thing. It's just every play, like, I know the route, so it makes it easier to focus more on the details like that, because it's easy to run a slant when the guy's not pressing you. It's when they're up in your face and you got to think, okay, what am I going to do here? How am I going to get this guy off me? Look at the safeties, what coverage are they in, stuff like that. And that's another big thing that helps being a receiver even, learning that at quarterback. But, yeah, it's just, it just reps, just running, just doing it makes you more fluid and makes you better. So
just the repetition of it and stuff.
That's it, yeah. That's how it's been for me. So, but, yeah.
Well, I saw in your all's bios that a lot of you like video games, and it seems like all the football players like the video games. Are you up against certain people? Because, Fletcher was telling us, how he likes to compete against.
The defensive line had their own league. For NCAA football. You're in there with them? Okay, you're in there with them. So.
I don't play.
Okay. Well, Marcus, that might be a good question for you. I mean, speaking of the competitive side of things, you guys compete off the field too, right?
I think that right there, because, we don't have – I'm not going to – we have time, but the time that we do have, we take it as recovery. So I think just playing the game is like a time where we get that bond. And I think that's where we get the bond with the defensive guys.
Yeah.
Offensively, we always with each other 24/7. Yeah. So it's like playing the game, getting in the chat, just talking to each other. It's a lot of trash talk, wins, losses. It's fun. So, yeah.
Well, your bio says you like cooking.
Oh, yeah, I love cooking.
How much do you cook?
I can't – right now, I can't cook because I'm in the dorms right now.
Yeah.
But when I was back home, I cooked all the time.
Chef Marcus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite dish to cook is yellow rice, salmon, and broccoli.
Man, I'm hungry. So I was telling Samantha during the commercial break, I got to quit watching the commercials because I'm getting more hungry.
You got to help Gabe because, he about poisoned everybody.
Gabe needs all the help he can get with everything.
Chicken.
Yeah, Gabe think he can do everything.
Yeah. Well, he talked about how he kind of spends his time off the field. How do you guys spend your time? Is there a hobby or a way of hanging out with some of the other guys, some of the younger guys? Because whenever you've been around for a bit, you try to take more of a leadership role, and that could be maybe taking some of the younger folks out to eat. Maybe it's a transfer that's come in. You want to show them the hot spots of Richmond because there's plenty of things to do here. So what do you guys like to do? Is there a place you like to go, a restaurant you like to go eat at, or something you like to do outside of football here in Richmond?
I got a grill at home, so
okay.
Like Mark, I like to cook a little bit. And a couple times this summer, like you're saying, having the guys over, I had the receivers over one day and then had the freshmen over too. Just trying to get that bond, get to know your teammates, which is a big part of what we're trying to do this summer.
Yeah.
Coach Wells has made an emphasis on that, just knowing each other. And if you know each other, you can trust each other. And so being able to cook out for those guys, it's been a good thing.
Did you go bowling? Did the whole team go bowling?
Oh, yeah, we went bowling. That was a good time, yeah.
Saw the pics. It looked fun.
Who was the best bowling wide receiver?
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, might be Mark.
He's calling dibs on it.
Me and him were on the pool table a little more.
Okay, yeah.
Got hustled by Yeah, we play a lot of pool. We got hustled by a couple 12-year-olds in there.
That's all right. That's okay. Yeah.
They came in saying, we don't know how to play.
Yeah. Well, Kim, is there a place you like to go here? You've been around for a little bit now.
We play a lot of golf, too.
Okay.
But usually, I mean, we'll just hang out, play poker, golf, things like that.
Oh, they said the magic word, Samantha.
What? Poker.
Yeah.
Poker.
Yeah, he's a poker guy.
That's my thing.
We love playing poker, but, yeah, golf, just stuff like that, just chill things, Nothing crazy because, we're always doing football stuff. So, but, yeah, stuff like that.
But you mentally got to get away from it for a little while.
That too.
Even if you're playing college football in the video
And there's
game.
always, some competitive like golf and poker and stuff like that, which is what we need too,
Guys are just naturally competitive. I mean, it's just like it's, in kind of in us to be that way. So whether you're playing poker or maybe you're just who cooks the best chicken, that's kind of how things are, right? Yeah.
And I live with him, so.
Well, you got a good cook then, at least, for you. Yeah. Well, when you look at football, and obviously the game has changed. I mean, it's changed from when you guys played high school to where you are now. What do you think makes EKU football special? There's been, whether it be the Colonel Club or the Warren Cleat Club, all the guys that come back and support you guys,
and why you stay.
Yeah. So what is it that makes EKU football special to you?
Just what you said, all that stuff. I mean, I think Richmond is. I love it here.
Yeah.
I mean, since the day I got here, I've loved it. And I think Coach Wells does a great job with the fans and all that. And they all make the games, way more fun. And it's just like all that stuff. Like I feel like Richmond's such a good community, and they support us a lot. So that right there makes EKU special.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Like,
Coach
honestly.
Wells is a fan favorite. I mean, when he comes on the show, we get a lot
He's a
of
salesman.
comments.
I mean, he can come in here right now and sell somebody that Silverado right there behind the guys.
But the thing about Coach Wells is he loves every one of you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and I think
100%.
he might be tough on the field, but
That's
when he's
another thing,
in here talking about you guys, you can tell that the expression that he loves his players.
For sure, yeah. And I think he does a great job of like kind of making us get close. Like our chemistry.
Building that around.
Since I've been here, every year it just gets we get way closer. Like every year we just it like last year we were a close team and we had success. So it translates. So I think he's doing a great job with that. But like we're going to the pool Wednesday, cookout, stuff like that. We did bowling, all that stuff. He's great with that stuff, and it makes it fun. It makes it more fun, not just practice and stuff like that. So.
Do you guys have any newcomers that, I know you asked Marcus that question, but are there any up-and-comers that we should be looking out for this fall?
That you've been impressed with maybe in fall camp or spring camp?
I mean, all the freshman receivers, really. Like, we got 2 6'6" dudes out there now.
Oh, wow.
That are going to be good for us. And then 2 slots that came in. They're pushing everybody out on that field. Like,
how many guys are in your all-round? How many receivers are on the team?
13.
13,
yeah.
okay.
And everybody in there's got the capability to go make plays on Saturdays. So really, at the end of the day, we're just making each other better and trying to put the best product on the field for you guys.
I think who's standing out? Not even so much. Well, it is a newcomer. Miles Burkett, the quarterback.
Okay,
came in, head down, get ready to work. We just got another quarterback. His name's Cam. We got some nice quarterbacks, but he's a quarterback. I think he stands out a lot too. He's a younger quarterback. He's a freshman, so he just he learning a lot and he picking up fast. And that's just like the receivers that we got. Love to ask questions. They love get extra work, things like that. So I just think, like Jackson said, we're just building off of each other, getting each other better every day. This is like I said, it's a great competition. I mean, week 1, you don't know who's going to be starting because we got so much competition.
Now, when you look at the rest of spring and summer, what's next for you guys? As you kind of prepare for the start of the season, what is the next steps in doing so? I know we're probably, 3 weeks away from putting on the pads maybe. So what are you guys doing between now and then to really make sure that you're ready to be vying for one of those starting spots?
I mean, coaches, they always talk about treating your body right, like with hydrating, eating, sleeping. I think that's one of the key things people don't really see. I mean, people say, "Oh yeah, you compete," but just staying in the training room, making sure that your body is 100% so you can produce instead of you being injured and you not being able to produce, and then it's an easier job for somebody else to take. So, I mean, I just think us just staying healthy. That's probably the number one thing to do right now. I mean, yeah.
We got fall camp coming up too, which is that's a grind, and it makes you not just a better player but a better person. Like I always tell people, that's the hardest thing I'm going to do in my entire life. Yeah, it builds character for sure. Like Cam said, those 2 weeks we're at the building 6 a.m. till probably 10 o'clock.
Oh man!
So we're getting after it and trying to be our best for that week 1 game against Louisville.
I was going to ask if that's harder than the obstacle course you all had to do 2 Fridays ago, but yeah, that is
that was
hard.
pretty hard, but that fall camp is mentally
tough.
Yeah,
training on you.
Yeah, it gets to you, but it makes you a better man. That's for sure.
Ken, we got time real quick for your answer?
Oh, I would just say, I mean, just like what he said, staying healthy, sleep, eat, all that stuff, and then just continuing right now to just go hard at every OTA workout, just going 100% just to build up. Because when fall camp comes, you got to be ready or else you're going to fall off real quick. So
no time for any girlfriends.
That's true.
That's
true.
it.
Hey, but these guys are ready. You can tell they're confident, and they're going to let their game do the talk. This may be the most confident group that I think we've seen because they're all business.
And
they're ready to go. We are we're about a month away. I mean, it's right around the corner. The start of football season, about
August
6 weeks.
30th.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 weeks away. It's going to be here before you know it. So
who's got a girlfriend?
You got any single daughters or something?
No,
I
don't.
All right.
But
all right, just making sure.
I had to throw it in there. They were all like, "No." If not, see,
Don't put them on the spot. Now you're going to get them in trouble.
No,
we got to cut that.
I'm hoping that you're on the show. You'll get one.
There you go. There you go, guys. Hit them up.
Just
Thanks
trying
for
to help
watching,
you.
and get your tickets ready for EKU football. EKUsports.com. We'll see you next time on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.